Now I did the text inputs as well as the text area. The text area, remember, does not have anything typed in the area between the close, open and the close of it. There's nothing typed in here, or it will show up in the box. For the items that were the second ones in the columns, so last name and phone number in this particular instance, I put a class of form column 2 on those. So on the email is form call 1, and on phone is call 2. On the email one, note that I put a type of email, and I showed you how to do these requireds, and now since I showed you how to do it, I'm going to take them out because it's going to be kind of problematic for us to require something on this form when it's not really being submitted. So, and I don't have any error tracking to go along with those requireds, so we're just going to take that out of there for now. So the email type, the ID is this email, and the phone is a TEL type. So we've got the message in there, and then the things that we have left are, we have some check boxes, and we have a select box. So in the checkbox, what we're going to do is go ahead and get that code in there. We're going to need a field set. This is going to have the form item. It's going to have the form column 1 because it's going to be on, we want the please mark what you're interested in to be on the one side, and it's also going to have checks. Checks is going to be the style for this, specifically for the checkboxes. So the legend in the field set is please mark what you're interested in. We need labels for each of these, but it is valid to put the input checkbox actually inside the label, so you don't have to do a for. You can wrap the input item inside the label. So in this case, I've got label, I have the input type checkbox, name, interests. The value for this one is print, and then the label itself is print design. Going down, we have web design, photography, and development. Okay, so that's going to be it for this particular form item. And then we're going to need one for the select box. So the select box is going to be form item, form column 2. It wasn't wide enough when I showed you this before to see that when it's wide, the interest is on the right side or left side, and the select box is on the right side. This is form column 2. We need the label for this section is for time, best time to reach you. Then the select box has its options inside of it. Options are morning, afternoon, evening, and whenever. If I want to have a blank before, so that it shows up as a blank and not as a morning in this case, then I just put an empty value and don't put anything in the label, and that will make it come up blank when you start out. The submit box, or the submit element, is also wrapped in the same form item, and it just is a submit input type submit, value submit with capital because that's what's going to show up on the button. The name of it is send message, and the class is my button. So that takes care of the HTML on this page. The only thing else we need to do is do the HTML for the footer, and that's going to have the same wrapper and content that everything else does. So I have footer, I have div class wrapper, div class content. In this case, I'm just putting that content directly into the content div, closing those. So this is an entity that gives you the copyright sign, and all of this is going to be, we're going to be able to style this based on footer. So that takes care of the HTML on this page.